Hi, I thought I'd quickly show you how to take a model that you have, maybe a character. Here I have this lizardman character, and output FBX of it, and then use some online tools to get a quick rigged character and some animation. And the site that I used in order to do that is Mixamo, and all you need to do there is just drag and drop your FBX into their interface, and then click upload character, and then it quickly will get you to a screen where it's going to ask you to approve the orientation, and then select some key points on the model in order to get it rigged. So chin, wrists, elbows, knees, groin. Those are the points that it uses to for its auto rigger. And then I also changed the hands because there's only like a thumb and two fingers. Sometimes you'll get an issue with that if they don't match up. And it took about 2 minutes for this model, but quickly you'll get a little animated character, and here he is doing a little dance, but really there's a lot of different characters that you can use. You can use their characters or your own, and a lot of different animations too, all sorts of things. If you go to their site, just looking through the options is pretty amazing that they offer this kind of free for anybody to use. You can set the number of frames per second when you download. Here I changed it to 24 in order to match what's expected in Blender, and then output the model. And it's an FBX model, and reading it in to a new Blender session, you can see that it's got the armature, it's got the keyframes for the animation, so it's pretty much set to go. I wanted to add a little bit of background for it, so I'm adding a floor, and then I'll add some rocks behind it. The floor, I just did a quick subdivision of a plane, and then I added a displacement modifier to it in order to give some unevenness to the ground. So for the displacement modifier, I used a cloud texture, and then just adjusted the strength until I got something that looked a little uneven. I wanted to add a little more character to the floor, so I went into sculpt mode and then just made some raised areas around it. Then another thing you can do, if you go to the add menu, you can select mesh rock generator, and it'll generate however many rocks you want. Here I chose 4, and it has slightly different shapes for each of them. I piled them up behind the character, took one, shrank it down, moved it in front of the character, added some keyframes so it looked like it was being thrown at him and hitting the rocks and then bouncing off. And it's pretty quick to do. Though now the rocks, I wanted to add some texture to them, so I grabbed some textures off of I believe polyhaven.com or some similar site, and used those as the base color for the rocks. And then also I took a bump node and put that image through the bump node, and then adjusted the height just to get a little extra texture on the outside, a little extra detail there that I think was missing with just the base color. So after I set up my keyframes for the rock, all I had to do was position my camera the way I liked, and then render out the animation. And there you go.